Namaste people, I am Anmol Sarkar. So if you have seen my introduction video, you guys must have an idea about who I am and what I am trying to do and what this channel is all about. And if you have not seen that video, I will share the link in the comment section for Facebook and for YouTube in the description below. So please watch that video and enjoy this video as well. And please do not forget to like and subscribe my YouTube channel so that I can come up with more such informative videos for you guys. So without wasting any further time, let's get straight down to today's topic. Which is denigration of Indian spiritual dance, or Christian denigration of Indian spiritual dance. So if you have seen my last video, I was talking about how they tried to Christianize Hindu popular local culture as well as the famous Hindu traditions such as Vijayadashmi and Navratri and all that things. In today's video, we shall see how they Christianized the folk arts or the artistic form of the Indian spiritual traditions, which is the dance. So what they did is they tried to appropriate Christian and tried to appropriate that the Indian spiritual dance is a degraded form of Christianity, as I have said that strategy of Caldwell and G.U. Pope. So from 17th century onwards, Christian missionaries made a scathing attacks on Indian classical dance forms, seeing them as a heathen practice. This was often expressed by attacking of the Devdasi system on the big grounds of human rights. Now, Devdasi systems is a system where temples were made where females used to dance in the name of Lord Shiva for Lord Shiva and all this kind of things. But during Mughals, this form of Devdasi system turned into a very vulgar form. Mughals turned it into a meanings of prostitution and all. So using this as a context, these Christian missionaries started attacking Devdasi system, which was not the original Devdasi system. Okay, many of the English educated elites of India accepted the colonial condemnation of their heritage and apologized for their primitiveness. Some of them turned into Hindu reformers and found the Devdasi system detestable for moral and even social hygienic reasons. However, the Devdasi saw their very existence threatened and sent a handwritten plea to the colonial government, explaining the spiritual foundation of Bharatnatyam. So, if you see that Bharatnatyam is a famous dance which is popular in the southern part of India. Now, these Devdasis or the spiritual dancers, they felt very uncomfortable or threatened, so they wrote to colonial administrators that this is not what the original Devdasi system is. Okay, now one such passage from the handwritten plea was, "We might once again become the preachers of morality and religion. You have to base you who boast of your tender love for small communities, we pray that you may allow us to live and work out our salvation and manifest ourselves into jnana and bhakti, and keep all right the torch of India's religion amidst the fogs and storms of increasing materialism, and interpret the message of India to the world." Despite such attempts, the missionary influence continued to dominate Bharatnatyam, which came to be seen as immoral and almost faced extinction. For example, Dravidian is supported by missionary scholarship called this dance as a lifeline that encourages the growth of prostitution. So see how they are linking it to prostitution and all, which was not the case. The original Bharatnatyam and the Devdasi system was a pure form of expression of love and bhakti towards Lord Shiva, and it has nothing to do with prostitution. However, Hindu savants who worked tirelessly to remove Christian slurs cast on this art form. Chief of them was one of the chief of activists who were present is Rukmini Devi Arundale, who protected and revived this dance by founding Kalakshetra Academy of Dance and Music in 1936. She made it an acceptable norm for girls from the middle class households to learn Bharatnatyam. Though opened like a modern institution, it functioned as a traditional Gurukula, focusing on prayers to deity Ganpati, vegetarianism and Guru Shishya Parampara. So this is how they were trying to appropriate Christianity to Hinduism by denigrating the Indian forms of spirituality and their traditions. So this was it for today, guys. In the next video we shall see how this Christian appropriation of Indo dance took place, that is Bharatanatyam was tried to given a Christian context. So till that time, please enjoy this video and have a nice day.